Good morning, everybody. Dear Executive Board members of IFATSEA, dear IFATSEA colleagues, dear delegates, distinguished guests, dear brothers and sisters, and more importantly, dear friends. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you in Las Vegas to represent IFATCA, the International Federation of Air Traffic Controllers Associations, for the opening of this 52nd IFATSEA Assembly. For those who may not be familiar with what IFATCA is, it's the global voice of approximately 50,000 air traffic controllers. We were established in 1961, and we have membership in more than 130 countries worldwide. Our aim is to promote and safeguard the interests of the air traffic control community and to protect and evolve the profession we all love to execute in a safe, efficient, and professional manner. Much like your federation, we are a passionate team of volunteers from all around the globe, carrying these ideals and visions. In our some 60-some years of existence, we have been able to build solid relations with other international organizations in the aviation sectors, such as IFATCA, IATA, ACI, ICCIA, CANSO, and of course ICAO, represented by Mr. Goodfellow at the back here, and IFATSEA. Of course. We have built ourselves a reputation of constructive, reliable, and open-minded contributors to a safer and better aviation community. Representing controllers around the globe, we exercise the right of every worker to be consulted and heard when we talk about the developments, changes, and challenges of our daily work. Our policies and recommendations born in this daily work, discussed in our working groups, formulated into working papers, revised and adapted, and finally adopted in our manuals, build the basis for these incremental changes, serving air traffic controllers and therefore the flying public and aviation in general. But I didn't come here to talk about IFATCA, did I? I came to talk about IFATSEA. Ladies and gentlemen, for as long as air traffic controllers have existed, ATSEPs and ATCOs have worked hand in hand. Without ATSEPs, there wouldn't be air traffic control. I have said it numerous times and I will say it again, ATSEPs are the backbone of our ATM system. The theme that your conference chose for this year, which is, if I'm not mistaken, ATSEPs, key contributors to a global seamless airspace, reflects this fact and highlights something very important. We are committed to make aviation safer together. As innovation progresses at an unprecedented speed, we rely more and more on automation and electronic systems. It has been said by previous speakers as well. Controllers see every year new technology being implemented in their working environment, and of course, this means new roles and new responsibilities for ATSEPs. Your president this morning highlighted remote towers and a number of other game changers in the industry. Existing roles are also evolving at a pace never seen before. This puts pressure on everyone, controllers and ATSEPs. We together are expected by the industry to maintain or improve our performance and safety levels. In most cases, this must be accomplished following extremely tight deadlines and with limited resources, both human and financial. Dear friends, there are a lot of challenges ahead. For ATSEPs, the automation of various tasks and processes will increase the number of systems to install, to monitor, to maintain. The always prevalent budgetary and manpower constraints will continue to put stress on the ATM system. In many cases, working as a supervisor and as a controller in Montreal ACC, I have seen in the last 10 to 15 years the arrival of new VHF frequencies, new radars, satellite ADS-B, ground-based ADS-B, ADS-C, CPDLC, name all the acronyms you want. SAT voice, electronic strips, many more. The list is so long that I most certainly forgot to name a few. But this is not all. We will see in the years to come the deployment of TBO, which brings SWIM and FFIs, the progression of ATFM, the arrival of satellite VHF, and other innovation that will require even more coordination among all stakeholders of the industry, in particular between ATSEPs and ATCOs. It goes without saying, innovation is a good thing for the aviation community and for our daily work, as it allows us to be better in terms of capacity, efficiency, and safety. But it also poses technical, human, and sometimes even ethical challenges. Take, for example, the introduction of artificial intelligence and machine learning in our industry. We need to turn these challenges into some new opportunities to collaborate together. IFATSEA and IFATCA have been working together on so many issues over the last years. We must continue to do so. Over the years, I have seen IFATSEA transform itself. 10 years ago, as mentioned, competency-based training and assessment for ATSEPs, DOC 10057, for those of you who are familiar with it, did not exist. 10 years ago, IFATSEA was not represented on the PTLP, the Personal Training and Licensing Panel at ICAO. 10 years ago, IFATSEA was not seated next to me in the Air Navigation Commission. I think each and every one of you should be extremely proud of what you have been accomplishing. Speaking of ICAO, I wish to take a moment to recognize the immense amount of work that has been done by your liaison officer to ICAO, my colleague on the Air Navigation Commission, Mr. Pat Delaney. I met Pat in 2015 when I started to represent IFATCA and on what was back then the ATM working group of the NGAP program, together with Scott Bird at the back and Michelle, who is at the end of the table here. We crafted what became PAC's Training Part 4 and the guidance material related to CBT for air traffic controllers and for ATSEPs. IFATCA and IFATSEA delivered together workshops in all ICAO regions to raise awareness and educate our respective membership on the importance of efficient training and assessment methods. We worked together, we faced challenges together, but we also had quite a lot of fun together. We became friends. Just a few years ago, IFATSEA joined the existing 8 international organization represented on the ICAO Air Navigation Commission. With his extensive expertise in ICAO processes, Pat was the natural candidate to become your advocate on this prestigious forum. In a very short period of time, and through sometimes challenging conditions, namely the pandemic, Pat has managed to raise the profile of IFATSEA at ICAO, create lasting relationships with key stakeholders within the broader ANC community, and establish IFATSEA as the one and only reference for all ATSEP matters. I would call it the gold standard of ATSEPs. The rapidity at which he learned the job, and trust me, it's not necessarily an easy one, is phenomenal. Another achievement IFATSEA can be very proud of. I'm almost standing between you and the lunch, so I'll try to be brief, and I just wish to conclude my opening remarks by reiterating one more time that we, IFATSEA and IFATCA, share much more than we think. We share more than just expertise, we share more than just a profession, we share a passion. Together we can make aviation better by fostering a relation between our two federations that will allow us to achieve this goal. Having attended several IFATCA annual conferences myself, I think 10 of them, I know how much this is an important moment for you and for IFATSEA. For some people, this is the opportunity to meet old friends. For newcomers, it's an occasion to discover the Federation, make connections with other ATSEPs from around the globe. Regardless of your country, regardless of where you're coming from, you're here to learn, you're here to debate, you are here to have fun, but most importantly, you're here to celebrate and to share what's good in your federation. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank IFATSEA from my heart for inviting our federation to share this important moment with you. I'm very grateful to IFATSEA for allowing me to address this inspiring audience today, and I would like to wish each and every one of you a very productive assembly, many fruitful discussions, animated debates, and positive outcomes. In my personal name and on behalf of the entire IFATCA Executive Board, they wish they could all be here. A very happy 57th Assembly.